Recently, the Indian Council on Medical Research (ICMR) and the National Institute of Nutrition (NIN) issued new dietary guidelines for Indians. These guidelines help all age groups with their diet needs, including protein, carbs, fats, vitamins, and minerals, explained simply for you. However, a concern arose regarding the section on protein supplements. Many reliable scientific studies have debunked myths about this topic, and international medical and nutrition organizations have cleared up these misunderstandings. The dietary guidelines claimed protein supplements are useless in just 2 pages. They also made false claims like too much protein can harm your kidneys and bones, which has been debunked by many experts and research. These errors in the new recommendations are disappointing. In this video, I'll elaborate on why the protein supplement guidelines from the National Institute of Nutrition are not just insufficient, but also incorrect in some aspects. Reason provided lack logic and scientific backing, relying on a few studies instead of a broader scientific base. I must say, the ICMR guidelines are quite good. Many Indian food experts, including myself, follow them. The recommendations are great for all ages. I support these guidelines. If you are into nutrition, you should check out the ICMR's dietary guidelines and Indian nutrition and dietetics books. The experts behind these standards are very experienced. The problem lies in the supplement part. Recent info on supplements from nutrition and medical groups worldwide gets copied into Indian guidelines without proper research. While Indian nutrition sources cover areas like sports supplements and functional foods, the protein section in the ICMR guidelines only gets a few paragraphs. The National Institute of Nutrition suggests that each Indian should have about 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily, which applies to nearly 97% of the population. If you weigh 65 kilograms, you should have 54 grams protein daily, no matter how active you are or your gender. This is the minimum suggested intake. Globally, it's advised to consume about 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight each day. The maximum can vary from 0.8 to 1 gram per kilogram of body weight. The National Institute of Nutrition advises not to exceed 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight regardless of your workout. Yet this info isn't accurate. The United Guidelines compile recommendations from top nutrition authorities like the NIN. When you gather guidelines from various organizations such as Food and Nutrition Board, NASEM, International Society of Sports Nutrition, Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, Dietitians of Canada, and American College of Sports Medicine, the advice aligns closely. Other organizations have mentioned that an individual might need 1.4 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. This can vary depending on the things like how much you move, exercise, and how heavy you are. For advanced athletes on a low-calorie diet, they may need 2 to 3 grams of protein per kilogram to keep muscle mass. The National Institute of Nutrition (NIN) guidelines don't ban protein supplements. If you are pregnant, they recommend taking iron and folic acid supplements to support your health. The National Institute of Nutrition (NIN) claims you can get all nutrients from whole foods. They may seem against supplements. Medical organizations might disagree. When it comes to sports supplements, NIN suggests they might contain added sugar, sweeteners, and artificial flavors. They recommend not consuming them regularly. But the real question is whether you should avoid them completely or just not have them too frequently. This can be quite confusing. Let's talk about the second point. If a supplement has a bit of sugar or flavoring, is it a problem? Who says these are bad if used in moderation and following the rules? If they were truly harmful, then NIN's advice clashes with government's guidelines. Imagine if we said veggies and fruits were harmful, that would be way off. I'll clarify why soon. Did you know Indian farmers use 750 times more pesticide than Europe allows on their produce? It's a major issue there. A recent study in Lucknow examined 240 vegetables for heavy metals. Results showed high lead levels, surpassing safety limits by up to 240 times. Other metals like cadmium, nickel, and zinc were also present. Similar studies are available online. Although it may seem concerning, experts recommend 3 to 5 servings of colorful fruits and vegetables daily. The National Institute of Nutrition doesn't suggest avoiding these foods but advises washing, boiling and cooking them to minimize pesticides exposure. Let's also touch on protein supplements. I have a message for the researchers and scientists at NIN. Surprisingly, they are unaware of or overlooking this. In our country, protein supplements are made in top-notch factories. Even if you talk about healthy fruits and veggies, low quality foods are still out there. The milk you drink might not be safe. Beans, grains, fruits and spices could also be tampered with. Not all of your suggestions are bad. Just be cautious when getting these foods for you and your family. This goes for protein supplements and vitamins too. It's wise to research and pick top-notch products for your loved ones. If you want top-notch supplements here, they are produced in official GMP and HACCP approved places. Whether they sell, mix or make them, all firms stick to FSSAI standards. When I say high quality supplements, I mean one that passes various tests and gets certified. All the listed supplements have passed strict tests for heavy metals, amino acid spiking, banned substances and more. The main concern is whether NIN is truly independent. NIN is a government agency. The real issue is if the Indian government runs it independently. If they collaborate, there should be a clear rule banning all protein supplements in the country. Alternatively, FSSAI might not fully grasp supplements, so NIN and FSSAI need to work together to oversee top-notch supplements for public health or risk causing confusion with conflicting statements. I want to let NIN's experts know that top-notch protein supplements nowadays are sugar-free. When sweeteners are added, stevia is used 90% of cases. Stevia is safe, zero-calorie sweetener derived from plants. These supplements also have natural flavors which can be quite pricey. In United States, most doctors suggest nutritional supplements. In India, doctors recommend protein supplements, especially for pregnant women and babies who might lack protein in their food. Hospitals offer protein supplements to athletes, the elderly, and very sick people. The purpose of protein supplement is to help those who don't get enough protein from food. Consult a doctor before adding them to your diet. Research shows that protein supplements can be helpful, especially if you are not getting enough protein from your diet. When we talk about supplements, we mean adding something to your diet. It's important not to ditch protein supplements without knowing why. You only take them when you are not getting enough protein from what you eat. Here's why that might be: digestive issues, illness, elderly folks struggling to eat enough, lack of knowledge about dietary needs, busy schedules leaving no time to cook, other factors to consider. In certain cases, supplements play a crucial role. For instance, it's advised for pregnant women to take folic acid and iron supplements. This helps to avoid issues and birth defects in your baby, making sure their nervous system and health are in good shape. The NIN guidelines suggest that whey protein with branched-chain amino acids BCAAs may lead to non-communicable diseases. Yet this assertion appears to concentrate on specific studies instead of looking at the whole situation. Here are the main takeaways. 1. Only a few studies out of many connect BCAAs to non-communicable diseases. Second, these studies don't definitely prove a direct link between BCAAs and these diseases. They just hint a possible connection. Third, on the flip side, most research indicates that having a right amount of protein, including BCAAs, can be good for various aspects of your health. The NIN guidelines focus on a few studies overlooking with the wider research. It's like picking and choosing data to back a claim without looking at the whole picture. Countries such as the US, Europe and Canada highlight the importance of having enough protein in your diet. Protein can enhance your metabolism, make you feel full, reduce your food intake and help you control your weight. If you want to lose weight or reduce fat successfully, start by ensuring you eat sufficient protein. You have probably heard this advice before, but what do you find most misleading about it? Surprisingly, in a country like India where many urban, affluent Indians don't get enough protein, this tip is crucial. Most people don't know their protein needs. Many Indians lack protein, especially vegetarian. You suggest BCAAs may cause NCDs. Can you share studies supporting this? What Indian research links BCAAs to NCDs? Have you done trials on Indians? No nutrition group worldwide talks about this. They know many, even in India, lack protein. It's not about eating too much but not getting enough protein. India has high protein deficiency rates. Guidelines advise against protein supplements due to BCAAs contents, which might cause NCDs if overconsumed. However, this claim lacks proof. The guidelines have some mistakes. They claim too much protein harms bones and kidneys. But in reality, if you lack protein and take a 24 to 25 gram protein supplement 1 to 2 times daily, you can fulfill your protein needs. It doesn't make sense to say no to protein supplements. Many used to think that eating lots of protein harmed bones. Medical experts worldwide have disproven this myth. Old studies led to this belief, but recent research shows no connection between protein and bone loss. Not having enough protein is the main reason for bone loss. That's why top orthopedic surgeons now recommend a high protein diet for people with fractures or older individuals, as they are more at risk of bone and muscle issues like osteopenia and bone loss. Many Indians lack enough protein in their diet, leading to weak bones. Yet, having excess protein isn't harmful. Studies reveal that even high protein intake doesn't harm bones. For instance, a study fed active women over 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram daily for a year with no bone or kidney issues. Numerous studies support these findings. In a study done by the German Nutrition Society in 2023, they reviewed over 100 top studies. Surprisingly, consuming excess protein doesn't harm bone or cause fractures. In fact, having sufficient protein can lower fracture risk. Also, consuming too much protein isn't harmful to your kidneys. Making sure you have the right protein intake for your body is crucial. Many studies show eating plenty of protein isn't harmful to your kidneys. But if you have kidney issues, limit protein intake. Remember, correlation doesn't equal causation. As a scientist, you grasp this concept. Numerous studies, including recent reviews, confirm that higher protein intake is safe for your kidneys if they function well. Many top athletes have consumed high protein diets without kidney or bone issues. However, the claims you made are inaccurate and misleading. Research worldwide disapproves them. Including such information in official guidelines can create unnecessary panic and fear, especially about a safe product. Nutrition experts worldwide, like dietitians, doctors, and specialists, suggest top-notch protein supplements for everyone. Whether you are a child, an adult, or dealing with health issues like cancer or HIV/AIDS, protein supplements are crucial, especially for those experiencing muscle loss. Including high-quality protein supplements in the diets of the elderly athletes, pregnant women, and everyone else is a simple way to boost protein intake. In a country facing protein deficiency, government-recommended supplements could be a solution. Rather than spreading fear, discussing this publicly could address the issue. Unfortunately, an inaccurate statement was made instead. News outlets are now gearing up to cover this topic. If you're not getting enough protein from your diet, you can include high-quality protein supplements, but ensure you follow advice from a dietitian or a doctor on the right amount. Just a friendly reminder, these supplements should be added to your diet, not substitute your meals. To make this easier, experts from the National Institute of Nutrition (NIN) and the Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) could form a team. This team could study quality supplements and offer guidelines on their correct usage. This approach helps you steer clear of wrong info and choose supplements that benefit your health. In our country, many people lack proper nutrition. You can take supplements to bridge these gaps. They can complement your meals. Thank you for watching this video, and you can watch these two informative videos on health and fitness to gain more knowledge.